Hey guys, good morning. This is the first time I've gotten ready on camera in a while. Do I want to do that? I had a dream right before I woke up that I want to talk about before I just completely forget about it. And I feel like my reaction, even in my dream, is interesting. And then the thoughts that I had after the fact were interesting to me. So this guy appears out of nowhere at the place that I am living in my dream. And he looks like the kind of guy that I would have dated when I was younger. He had that leanness of youth and wasn't making enough considerations on his own behalf or mine. He was immature, and it was like I was just meeting him when he showed up at my place, to the point where we didn't know each other's names. Like, he introduced himself and he told me that what did he say? He like worked at a convenience store or something like that, something like low paying. And he had a name tag and his name was Jay. And Jay was cute. And Jay was hanging around and like flirting with me and talking. We were just talking. And then he ends up kissing me. And, we're talking and we're going between talking and kissing. And it was just so nostalgic, right? It was nostalgic in that sense because he was just some cool guy without a worry in the world, and he was cute. And in my real life, and even in this dream, I was thinking about just like how much I wanted to kiss somebody, because I haven't kissed anybody in a long time. And when he kissed me, there was all of this stuff going through my head. Because typically, and especially like, in my real life, I don't allow things like that anymore. Because I'm like, who are you? Like, who are you to be up in my jibs like that? I don't know you. Like, get out of my mouth. Like, I don't kiss guys on first dates. I just have a lot more rules in place to govern and protect myself. But the kiss in this dream was so unexpected, and it did make me happy. So I went along with it, and I didn't say anything, and I wasn't like, don't do that. So the evening continues a little bit, and it's late. It's like 11 p.m. because I had my watch on. And I checked my watch in the dream, and I feel like you're not supposed to do that. Or I don't know, I've heard different things about dreams, like you're not supposed to talk about time. But I checked my watch and I saw it was 11 p.m. And then he starts talking about how he doesn't know how he's gonna get home, and he really doesn't have to walk because he lives in the falls, and the falls are like an hour away. So I'm talking with this guy, and I haven't let him in my place. We're outside, thank God. Even in my dreams, I know better. We're like on my porch and just kind of following each other around and talking and kissing like in my lawn. And yeah, he starts talking about how it's getting late and he needs to figure out how he's gonna get home. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, like he's gonna want me to do it. And then actually, his mom appears out of nowhere. It was so random. And she's kind of weird in the sense that, like, she's just coming to check on him or see what he's doing, and just popped in to, like, ask some questions. And I'm like, how did she even get here? Like, how did you guys even know where I lived? And I think he said something about, like, he had seen me at some point and he just, you know, liked me or whatever. And just showed up to meet me, which is interesting. And then, you know, his mom was wanting to make sure he was gonna get home okay. So she popped by, and I never gave an answer. I was never like, oh yeah, I'll take him home. This strange guy who just appeared on my lawn. But he assured her that he would be fine. And so she ends up leaving. This is the new MAC strobe cream. I wore it underneath my makeup yesterday, and I feel like I liked it, and it didn't make me oilier or anything. I don't think I even used blot powder yesterday, but you can kind of see. Can you see how? Yeah, you can. My palm has that gold reflect to it. But yeah, so she ends up leaving. She's like, oh, okay, you're good, because you found a new mommy to take care of you or something, but a mommy that you can kiss. So we're talking and kissing, and he tries to go further, and I do not allow that, which I'm glad that even Dream Danielle was like, no, like, what are you doing? Get your hand out of my pants, because, you know, guys will do that for like 5 seconds, and then they'll try to get their weens in you. And it's like, you're not going to finger blast me on my porch, even in my dreams, okay? Then it starts raining, and it kind of just furthers this pressure to give this guy a ride home, because apparently the only other way that he would be able to get home is by walking, if, like, I didn't give him a ride, even though his mom was just here. And if he didn't have a way home, and for whatever reason couldn't find some other way, he should have went with her. But he stayed with me because he was trying to get up in my jibs. And, you know, he thought he was gonna get more out of me because I let him kiss me. And we continued to talk about things. What did we talk about? Oh, well, I know we talked about some other stuff, but I know that I went back to the logistics. I was like, what would you do if I wasn't in this equation? Like, how would you get home? And he said, I'd walk. And I'm just sitting there like, yeah, sure. You'd walk an hour in the rain. And I think I almost told him this, but then I got distracted that I was just like, I don't know where you came from, but I'm not gonna date a guy that can't drive and like get himself to where he needs to be. But I didn't get the chance to say that to Jay. I'm glad I was thinking it though in my dream. Like, that means that this is all very much in my subconscious, because in the past, when I dated young men, this was absolutely an issue for me. Like, not like literally guys just showing up out of nowhere wanting me to take care of them, and me feeling this pressure to do that because I didn't want to seem like a bitch, I guess. Or, I felt this pressure like it was my responsibility, because what would they do without me? Like, there's so many guys that I dated, like Jay. And it's interesting how this archetype of guy appeared even in my dreams, seeing if I would just go from meeting him to instantly taking care of him, and even his mother coming to check and make sure, like, okay, you're gonna take care of my boy, right? You're gonna fulfill his sexual needs, and you're gonna make sure that he's sheltered and taken care of, and I can like not worry about him because you have him. And I was thinking about this so much after I woke up, because I never gave him an answer, but I was really feeling that pressure as I was just like seeing him sit in the rain, basically waiting for me to decide to take care of him. And it was hard, even in my dream. Even in my dream, I felt so uncomfortable, because it's like, it's so frustrating and unfair and annoying to be put in the situation by somebody else where it's like, oh, well, if you don't help me, I have to suffer now. And it's like, it's not my fault that you put yourself in this position. And I'm so glad that as I kind of started to wake up from this scene, it was still on my mind as I was slowly regaining consciousness and waking up. And all of these things were going through my head, where it was like, this guy, what do you mean? He literally appeared out of nowhere, like he's been scoping me out and decided that he liked me, and he appears literally on my territory, and he's trying to get kisses, he's trying to get sexual action, and he's literally given me nothing and literally has nothing to give me. Not only can he not provide me with anything. He needs me to get him home. And I felt such an annoyance and such an anger at this. But by the time that I fully woke up, I had thought about this so much. And I was like, you know what? I feel like this was a dream exercise where I really learned the right reasons to say no. Because by the end of it, if I would have still been in that dream, like able to slip back in, what I would have done is probably been like, all right, hold on, let me go inside real quick. And then I would have locked all the doors and windows and then let him know that the answer was no. And I kind of debated on whether I would explain myself or not. But either way, it's fine. As long as I'm safe and inside, it doesn't really matter. And I thought about how that could even be good for him. Because maybe this is just what that type of person is used to. It's not even like them consciously trying to be really manipulative, but it's literally always just been in the cards for them. So they wouldn't plan any differently. And by not being catered to that way, it would be very jarring and it would be maybe upsetting at first, but you would be forced to take care of yourself. And that's what those people need to learn how to do. They need to be put in a real life situation where they're forced to figure it out. They're forced to take care of themselves. And then, you know, if Jay really wanted to be with me, then he would respect that I was not going to allow him to just walk into my life, touch me, start asking things of me, and having me cater or like chauffeur him around like his mommy. He would actually have to grow to be with me. Like, he would at the very least have to figure out his own ride situation, and at best, you know, figure out how to take care of it himself. Learn how to drive, get a car, make more money at work, meet me where I'm at, because the reason why you want the resources that are available to me is because I worked to get them. And I'm not just gonna take care of you because you're some kind of broken baby bird or injured baby bird. Like, no. You have to do this yourself. So I'm really proud of Dream Danielle, actually, because since I am abstinent, when I end up having these sexual encounters in my dreams, I want them and I just go with it. Like I be going all the way with these dream strangers. But you know what? I think part of this has to do with the last time that I did have sex in my dreams. It kind of reminded me so parallelly to the last time that I had sex in real life, which is weird. It was so empty, unsatisfying, and almost like boring as it was in real life. And as a woman, if you don't have that emotional connection, and if there's not like true deep chemistry, and it's just, there's just something missing, it literally just feels like something going in and out of you in real life and even in the dream. And because you want the sex to be good for you, you just keep going and going with it until the guy stops it because he can't go on any longer, because you're trying to feel something. And so then it's like, okay, well, maybe in this position I'll feel something, maybe if we do this I'll feel something, and you keep escalating the whole thing in the hope that you feel something. And that even happened in the last time that I had sex in my dreams, which was fucking bananas to me. I'm like, what? even here, it's so deeply unsatisfying. And honestly, it really is the damn same as having sex with an unsafe guy in real life, because you end up waking up feeling unsatisfied and annoyed, and then you just end up taking care of it yourself because this game was started, but the game was not finished. So anyway, maybe that was a good exercise for me to have in my dream, that maybe it will encourage me to, I don't know, like satisfy my desire of kissing a random guy or something, but just having the trust in myself that I'm not going to let him in my home, into my body, etc. Like I have that firmness about me, that protection of myself around me to make those calls and to stand in that decision. But I can still enjoy that person and enjoy that bit of connection for what it is, and not let it go too far, and also not allow that guy to end up manipulating me into taking care of him. I feel like I've just been learning so much lately. And it's interesting that I've learned even this lesson through my dreams. Maybe I had this dream about just going with it and allowing somebody to kiss me so that, one, I would be inspired to try it out in real life, but me allowing a guy to kiss me would allow myself to move closer toward being in some type of relationship. I feel like when I don't kiss guys, even though I understand why I'm not doing that, like, I don't want to exchange fluids with somebody that I just don't have any trust in, right? So that makes sense to me. But for a guy, I feel like basically if I like the guy and I want to see it move forward at all, I probably am gonna have to give him a kiss. Because if I won't even kiss him, I don't know that he'll be able. What is with this eyebrow? Like, I like this one, but I don't want to fill them in anymore. Whatever. Alright, I'm gonna be done with that. Also, it's 10:04 and I'm supposed to leave in 26 minutes. And this is how far I am because I've been talking about Jay, my dream Dusty. Wasn't expecting you to chug that now, were you? But yeah, that dream gave me so much to think about. Because it really was just so parallel to life and how it goes with the guys who usually do show up on my doorstep. And I'm glad that I wasn't just like, yeah, or like, come in. Next time I'll be able to just be like, no. And if he throws a tantrum, then whatever, call your mommy. Call your little mommy to come and get you then. Because that's the thing about guys like that. They make it seem like you were truly their last option, and then when you do actually say no, you realize that everything ended up being fine for them anyway because they pulled the same shit with somebody else, and they're always going to be fine. It's always so weirdly easy for them to just suck off of somebody. They'll always find somebody. So just don't let that somebody be you. Because you're not special. And Jay will probably not rise to the occasion. Jay will probably just end up on some other girl's doorstep hoping that she will take care of him. We bid adieu to another day. Usually I film when I'm on my way in, but today I am catching a little video while I'm on my way out. Today, not much was happening, but I did finish up my Partiful event page, and then Most of today I spent adding all the people from my book so that I could send them the link so that they could look at the event page and hopefully RSVP. I have like almost 200 people that are invited, so hopefully it'll be a good turnout. But yeah, it looks like it's raining. Hopefully it's not actively raining right now. But I'm gonna go to the gym after this. I felt that it was necessary to go ahead and check my Glow app to see if I'm ovulating or something, because I just feel like men have been swarming me like just a little bit. Like the Heinens guy yesterday made a point to have more of a conversation, and then I had that dream about Jay, and then the one guy that I don't know his name, but he's just a shopper at Macy's. He's younger, like he's probably around my age, and he's got a touch of the tism or like something, but he's nice, and for the most part he doesn't try to talk to me too much. He'll just give me a fist bump. But today I think he wanted to talk to me, and it just so happened that I was engaged in talking to women like every time he tried, but everyone noticed, like everyone that I was talking to, because he just kept like orbiting the counter and half stopping to try to say something to me, and it was a little funny and a little weird, and these other women were just like aware of it, and they're looking at me like, do you know this guy? Like, what's going on? He's behaving strangely. And I was just like, yeah, I know him. Usually he doesn't try to say anything, but he is like, I don't know, a little admirer. But yeah, so I don't know. Apparently my vibes are like very attractive today and yesterday, so wonder what's gonna happen at the gym. We'll see. All right, it is March 5th and it is weigh-in day. So my last weigh-in was on February 20th. I was 176.2. So let's see what we have today.